So I'm here at Newark International, and I'm about to take a 1-week trip off to Ireland, Dublin specifically. Meh. Nah, I'm just kidding. I like having the window open.
Yes, you do.
Ooh, fancy. Top of the morning to you. So while I'm here in Dublin, I'm gonna try out this fast food chain called Supermax. Basically like a Irish McDonald's. Now, I'm not gonna say that this trip was minimally planned out, but this trip was minimally planned out. I have a set list of activities that I have on my phone already. So I'm just gonna go through that list, and then after the list is done, figure out what else I'm gonna do here. I've literally got a week here, so let's see what I can do. I think I found my pub. All right, we've made it to the generator. This is where I'm staying. And right above it is an observation tower. So the tower opens at 9 o'clock, and I'm pretty much just gonna be sitting here in the lobby until then. I got nothing else to do. Remember, stay hydrated, lobbies. All right, here we are inside the Skyview Tower. I'm the only one in here right now. Perks of traveling in January. Please use handrail. No, thank you. I might end up regretting that later. Nay. I'm intending to record my entire walk up this thing. I don't know how long that's gonna take. Landing 6 of 16. It's gonna take a while. 7. 8. Halfway there. Well, we're halfway there. I might have to take a water break. Yep. Oh my God. I'm sure the journey down is going to be a little faster. I burned my mouth yesterday as I was drinking my chai latte from Starbucks, so I could still taste that weird feeling on my tongue when I'm drinking other stuff. So glad I got that water. $13, $14, $15, $16. Oh, God, this is painful. Definitely worth the €5. I'm not gonna lie, this building's swaying a lot. Also listed on the windows is different attractions around Dublin for each compass direction. Psych, we got one more level. Definitely got my steps in today. I'm glad I brought ponchos with me on this trip. Oh, I'm the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. I wondered when the next time that these ponchos were going to come in handy. It's just like Florida all over again. This is what I call the true Irish winter experience. In Dublin's fair city, where the weather's not pretty, I first laid my eyes on sweet Molly Malone. The Times Square of Dublin, Grafton Street. In New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made of. You can't get more American than this. Starbucks, KFC, McDonald's, a pharmacy. There it is. Sanctuary. I'm home. Oh, there's a whole Marvel section down here. And Star Wars. Oh boy, I've worked up quite an appetite. Where shall we eat? Mayo chicken. Fries. Marty's McFlurry. Galaxy McFlurry. I forgot that I ordered 2 of these. Smarties in UK and Ireland are actually chocolate sweets and not like the powdery, fruity sugar candies that we have in the US. I think they also have these in Canada. I feel smarter. Also, before last year, I just had these plug adapters just sitting in my house, but it's coming really handy now because I'm in Europe. I can't use this. Watch this, watch this. Nice. Well, this is a surprise. The sun's out. I'm gonna be totally honest here. This is like being in Boston. Oh, hello there. Going down. I gotta tell you, one thing that has genuinely surprised me is how walkable Dublin is. Even from just spending a day here, I have kind of like a mental picture of where everything is. And pretty much everything that I want to do is on the eastern side of the city, so it's easy enough getting around. Fake Gak Trail. It's like I never left home. Living in a gangster's paradise. You want to know what's good about walking around a major city on a Monday? It's mostly empty. To the Temple Bar. Milano? You mean like the cookie? You know, if I look hard enough, maybe Darby O'Gill's in there right now. Cheer up, sleep, cheer. On the Harris
her down the rocky road, and all the ways a double walk for lovely die. So Sally can wait, she knows it's too late, as she's walking on by.
I actually enjoyed myself a lot more than I was anticipating here tonight. Definitely worth the stop. A knight always needs his noble steed. Meh. So originally, I was gonna have some Supermax tonight, but then I stopped at that pizza place, so I'm gonna wait until tomorrow. Nothing compares to you. Hey, look at that. I woke up before sunrise. Technically. Yum, 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 yum. It's like a breakfast pizza. Something that I find funny on all of these business signs is to let instead of saying for sale or for rent. I mean, in the context that it's used in, it kind of makes sense, but still for me, it's a little bit interesting to get used to. Oh, European English. I haven't actually seen window washers in New York, so this is a very rare sight for me. The next stop is 42nd Street. Stand clear of the closing doors, please. Bing, bing. I got myself a 1 liter bottle of water today because I know I'm gonna need it. It's very dry and windy this morning. This is so funny. It's so quiet in the morning. I think it looks kind of cool like this. The TUI sale is now on. You know, that's all well and good, but nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. Seasons of Ireland. Spring, rainy. Summer, warm but rainy. Autumn, rainy. And winter, cold but rainy. You know where I met her? I met her on Grafton Street, right outside of the espresso bar. But are we in Galway? No, sir. All right, so I just left Tower Records and I bought myself the Cranberries on CD. True Irish experience. Although it's funny, it says that this disc was actually made in Germany. This is off a different album, but I feel like the lyrics still apply. Oh, my life is changing every day in every possible way. All right, so I'm coming up on another attraction here, and unfortunately I don't know that much about this guy, but I thought it would be interesting to highlight it anyway. He was most popular in the 19th century for the picture of Dorian Gray, and that is Oscar Wilde. Look how comfy he is. My poncho from yesterday, I'm wearing that again, and it's starting to reach the end of its lifespan because this side is almost completely ripped. I like to be above the sea, in the giant's garden, in the rain. All right, I figured out my final destination, but not that kind. I'm gonna go to Hailing Point on Rogerson's Cay. I need to check how long that is because I literally just looked up the location right now. Another 20 minutes northeast. Let's hope my poncho lasts that long. I'm gonna be totally honest. This part of Dublin feels just like Brooklyn. And when I'm back in Chicago, I feel it. These are better conditions for that one sound. Don't make unnecessary journeys. Don't take risks on treacherous roads. And don't swim in the sea. I had to give up on the Tower Records bag and my poncho from yesterday. I can't do in this condition. I gotta put on the other one. I've been standing under this diving bell for the past 10 minutes, and there's an open grate underneath. I'm surprised I haven't dropped my phone yet. Don't tell my mom. All right, I'm finally getting out the second poncho. I'm gonna avoid trying to take this on and off constantly just so it doesn't rip like it did yesterday. All right, we're on the move again. This is still along the river, but it leads out towards the Irish Sea. And from there, you can actually get ferries to Holyhead, Wales, or Bootle, England, which is right near Liverpool. I'm staying on the island this week. Ba-da, da-da, da, da-da, somewhere beyond the sea, she's there waiting for me. No way. Is that the Arc de Triomphe? So we got the Mighty Mac, fries, curry sauce, and nuggets. Finally got myself an umbrella right as it stops raining. The Dublin Portal. That was so cute. I made Mickey dance with people from the Philippines. You know, my harp skills are a little rusty, but with time, I think I can play this. Wanted to take things a little bit slower right now, so I'm going over to St. Stephen's Green. You know, sometimes I forget that Ireland is an island nation, so you're bound to see a seagull or two, or tree. I'm now a nature documentarian. So I'm passing through the green to get over to Iva Gardens, and I wanted to stop there because they have a tiny little waterfall in that garden, and I wanted to check it out. Just follow your ears. This is the Iva Gardens waterfall. With the way that I'm dressed right now, I look like I'm ready for the Maid of the Mist. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Oh, it's so empty. This is gonna be a cool shot. As soon as I took my poncho off for the picture, they turned off the waterfall. Sorry, Mickey. I'll just Photoshop it later. The next stop is St. Patrick's. With the sunset and the rain, I feel like I'm in one of those like gothic period pieces. The Cathedral Choir School, founded 60 years before Columbus discovered America. Hallelujah. Now this building right behind me looks like something that you would see in one of those AI dark fantasy videos where everyone's just kind of standing like this. My eyes, 'cause I feel like crying. All right, finished with dinner. Now time for the movie. So I just finished watching Rental Family with Brendan Fraser. It was such a cool movie. I'm glad this is right across the street. Oh, it's such a long walk from the cinema to my hotel. Ugh. It's 5 a.m. I'm headed off to Belfast. It's a little hard to sleep when you're jet lagged. So I'm just going now. What's funny is Circle K is actually a Canadian brand. Justin, why are you getting food from a gas station? First of all, here, it's called a petrol station. And two, why do you ask so many questions? Cadbury bar and a banana. Well, look at that. The Port Authority bus terminal got an upgrade. Belfast, platform 2. You actually have whiskey on. I thought you were joking.
No.
So right now we're at the Dundalk station. This is the last station in the Republic of Ireland before going over the border to Northern Ireland. So there was this lady that I was talking to on the train here. She actually lives in the area, and she gave me some... And she gave me some recommendations on stuff to do here. So I'm gonna go do that. But first, this feels very intimate. Good evening, sir. Can we interest you in some chocolate? Chocolate? Did you say chocolate?
Yes, sir. With or without nuts.
So, right behind me is the main studio for BBC Northern Ireland. I wanted to come take a look at this because back in 2020, I actually made a video on the switch from analog TV to digital TV. And I included a clip from BBC Northern Ireland because that's what I could find on YouTube. And I was like, hey, I'm here. It's literally just a studio, but I thought it was cool to take a look. Babussa. Does that mean I can get on TV? I also kind of feel like I'm in New York again. I smell curry sauce. Another Babussa building. That was incredible. If you're ever in Belfast, I definitely recommend going to Tasty Island. Off to other adventures. Right behind me is part of the Titanic Memorial Gardens. Pretty self-explanatory. Everybody already knows what the Titanic is, but I'll say it anyway. April 15th, 1912 is when the Titanic sank in the Atlantic. And now, we keep going. Instead of Zootopia, it's Zootropolis. This TV show is called Balamory, and in the United States, this actually aired on Discovery Kids. I grew up watching this, but then I didn't see it on DVD anywhere at home. Seeing it casually here, that's just crazy. Also, instead of TJ Maxx, they refer to it as TK Maxx. Whoa, look at that. It's Big Ben. Actually, it's the Prince Albert Memorial Clock. Just like Le Cellier. I'm gonna be so real with you guys. My legs are killing me from walking around Belfast. So I'm taking a poutine break. I also feel like my sleep deprivation is starting to catch up to me right now. I just want to make it over to the Titanic stuff, and then I'm gonna start heading back to Dublin. It was still worth the journey to come here, though. This trip, compared to all my others, was kind of more on a budget, so I'm not going inside the museum for this trip. But now I'm prepared for the next time I come here. Hey. Don't feed the wildlife. Game of Thrones stained glass art. Hello, Mr. Charles Chaplin. It's been 84 years. I'm flying, Jack. I'm really flying. Well, this ship can't sink. She's made of iron, sir. I assure you, she can. I believe you got your headline. All right, I'm gonna record this now before I fall asleep and forget to do this. I just went over to the Titanic gift shop here in Belfast. Vibrant Belfast waterfront postcard. White Star Line Titanic postcard. Titanic espresso mug. Captain Duck. And Titanic Christmas ornament. I've done pretty much everything that I've wanted to do here today, so I'm gonna start heading back to Grand Central. This was a nice little visit to Belfast. Kind of reminds me of Toronto because I was kind of all over the place when I was there. But now I know for future trips what I would like to do, since most of my trip so far has been in Dublin specifically. All right, feet, don't fail me now. You can make it to the train station. I have probably walked more in the past several days than I have since forever ago. So this store right over here, CEX, actually used to be inside the Crystal Run Mall in Middletown, New York. I remember going into that store, and then I was thinking to myself, like, wait, they have these locations here in Europe. I'm not sure if it's coming across in video, but I am genuinely exhausted. Oh, no way. How did they fit the whole sky in a store? I'm almost there. Compared to Dublin, Belfast is very hard to walk through. Those buses are really useful, and I've got to use them next time I come. Despite my complaining, I really enjoyed my time here. Got to explore another European city, one of many. Train got delayed. Train transfer, bus. It never ends. We are packed in like a pack of sardines. We cannot escape. We cannot come out. Mama. Nothing beats a night in the Irish suburbs. This is starting to remind me of my Disneyland bus ride. I ended up back at the airport. Now I gotta take the same bus that I took to get into Dublin. Again, into Dublin. Since the train wouldn't go any further. These are the kinds of things that make memories. Right now I'm kind of chilly, tired, and hungry, but this will make for good content. I know there were genuine problems that were going on, but Irish Rail, you need to get your shite together. What a freaking night this turned out to be. I've got 15 minutes until I'm back at the generator. I'm going to crash so hard. I think it's even funnier that there was so many people at the Malahide bus stop that were just like, screw it, I'm not staying here, I'm gonna take a taxi. And I waited to go to the airport and I saved about 40 euros. The economy, am I right? Home Alone 3. Lost in Dublin. Oh no, the McAllisters are home. Quick, we gotta leave the scene. You know, like taters. Potatoes. Boil it, mash it, stick it in a stew. I feel like yesterday aged me so much. Today is gonna be a lazy day. The only thing I really had planned today was to go to the Guinness storehouse, but other than that, I don't know what to do. Man, I was so tired last night, I didn't even realize I walked past the Dublin Castle. Oh man, look at me, I'm a local already. You know, this is a nice castle and everything, but I've seen better. No way, Crest and Arm & Hammer are collaborating. This is very random, but I thought it was funny. I just opened up the Netflix app on my phone, and I saw that SpongeBob was on my list, but it's not available on US Netflix anymore. And I was like, wait a second, I'm still in Ireland. You know, you can always see anything in the city. Especially condoms being planted. Trespass and casual trading prohibited. Yo, you want my water bottle or whatever? Trinity? Trianoid. I tried, but I'm annoyed. What? All right, I've been staying out in this weather for too long. I'm gonna go to the Guinness storehouse. If it's not windy, it's raining. If it's not raining, it's windy and raining. I didn't know the Netflix house was in London. Not London. What the? I didn't know the Netflix house was in Dublin. This is so funny, just walking through a residential neighborhood to get to Guinness. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And now our journey begins. Imagination. Barley, water, hops, and yeast. It's almost like drinking bread. Roasting? The Irish are really good at doing that. What about you being built like a bus driver? What about you being built like a bus? You see, the truth is, I am Iron Man. This is definitely worth admission. All aboard the Guinness train. Choo-choo. Before I continue this tour, I need to go eat something. The moving walkway exit is approaching. Please, watch your step. Lunch has been acquired. Cheese boyga. This burger was 15 euros. It was so worth it. It is so good. All right, time to continue.
Room, we also have 4 aroma pods. These just represent different key flavors found inside of Guinness. So before you actually drink your beer, we want you to know what exactly you'll be tasting.
Keep this mouthful in your mouth for about 3 to 4 seconds. Swallow it. After you swallow it, exhale through your nose, okay? So try this technique out. So this technique is designed to get as much of the flavor that is already in the beer. Do you guys pick up on any flavors we talked about earlier? Does anybody get like the bitterness of the hops? Does anybody pick up on like a coffee or dark chocolate flavors from them?
Coffee.
Coffee, yeah.
100% of our Irish barley is sustainably sourced. Crikey, you can't be drinking on the job. Steady as a rock. Yeah, but I shoot with this hand. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer due. Ticking away the moments that make up a dull day. All right, onto the gravity bar. That building over there, that is the generator Skyview Tower. Merchandising. All right, I'm gonna go to this place called Wigwam here in Dublin. I heard it's like one of the best spots for drinks and music. So I'm like, yeah, might as well check it out. Look who I found. You know, they say the camera adds 10 pounds.
Jarvis.
Tonight actually went really well. I made some friends. That's what I like on my travels. I get to meet different people. I didn't actually want to get out so early again, but the only tickets that were available for today to get there was 7:30 or 1:30 p.m. So You know what I chose. Dublin Houston Station. Not to be confused with Houston, Texas. Protein latte. If I looked like that, I'd be pretty upset.
Please change trains in Oslo.
Galway. I do gotta say that the vibes are definitely different here compared to Dublin. I feel like Galway has kind of preserved its smaller coastal city vibe, even though there is a lot of people who visit here. It's just strikingly different. The buildings here in Galway are significantly smaller. She played a fiddle in an Irish band, but she fell in love with an Englishman. You know, I think it's about time that I thought about marriage. Oh my god, oh my god. Postcard! This building is over 800 years old. It was once home to Mayor of Galway until it was seized from him by Colonel Peter Stubbers following the surrender of Galway to Cromwell's invading forces in 1653. Stubbers is thought to have been responsible for the beheading of King Charles I of England in 1649. But was he, though? I guess we'll never know. Sharif don't like it. Rock the Casbah. Rock the Casbah. So on the side of the Galway Museum is this entire exhibition for President Michael D. Higgins. He served as President of Ireland from 2011 up until very recently in November 2025. Now, this is peak coastal town behavior. I'm now gonna take a walk over to Nimmo's Pier. Whoa, that is fast water. This might just be the Panama Canal. I decided to bundle myself up a little bit more because the wind and the mist is kind of getting to me. This is no exaggeration. I feel very much at peace here. The sounds of the water and then the occasional bird squeaking. I've been trying to find a US equivalent to this, but I don't think I can. This is very unique to Northwest Europe. I think it's even crazier that there is no railing here to keep you from actually jumping in the water. Like, if you really wanted to, you could. Nah. Another big tourist attraction in Ireland is the Cliffs of Moher. But I'm not over there, so these are my Cliffs of Moher. Cliffs of Galway. Hey, do you hear that? It's the sea. It calls me. On these shores around 1477, the Genoese sailor Christopher Columbus found sure signs of land beyond the Atlantic. But was it ethical what followed? I'm actually going to this place called Bujum, and it's basically the Chipotle equivalent. There's a guy who lives around here who recommended it to me, so I was like, yeah, might as well get something here. So Bujum literally is the Irish version of Chipotle. I literally got the exact same order that I do at home. Oh my god, this is huge. It's funny because in so many of my videos, I'm always like, look at this place. Highly recommend. But I genuinely mean this. Bujum is really good, especially for the price. Look at me, I got the blue heart necklace. Ah! Right now I'm in Courthouse Square. Right behind me, Galway's courthouse. And what you see in front of me is the Town Hall Theater. What's even funnier is the theater was actually originally commissioned to be a courthouse. But then this stopped being a courthouse, and then it was turned into office buildings, then a movie theater, and then it reopened up as a performance venue. Hey dude, are you okay? You haven't featured me that much. Yeah, I'm good, Vicky. Just a little chilly. Taking a little stroll through Marks and Spencer's. Okay, so to me, Marks and Spencer's is Target for me. So many British food options. They got Irish beef though. I want waffle fries. Okay, this is actually really cute. They got 85-cent pints of milk. I've seen Kerrygold butter back home, but it's nice to finally see it domestically. I think it's hilarious how I'm just fascinated by the most simple things, like a grocery store in another country. I actually gotta say now, it's probably a good idea that I came in here because my train back to Dublin doesn't arrive there until 8 o'clock tonight. So I do actually need to find something to eat so I don't go hungry on the train. And I don't feel like going to the cafe cart. I think it's pretty funny for me seeing malls in such condensed spaces here. Because, of course, I'm used to much larger. All right, now it's time for the Marks and Spencer's food hall. So, I got 2 large sausage rolls for €1.30. 2 pints of milk, both 85 cents each. 1 can of Coke, €1.60. Pastel de nata, €1.80. And half baguette, 85 cents. So all of this together came out to $7.40, which in US dollars is $8.71. So cheap food. Now the question is, why did I get 2 pints of milk? I wanted to drink one of these now because I've never drank a tiny little container of milk before. And 2, I wanted to have an extra one to have with the pastel de nata on the train. Cheers. Authentic Irish milk. I also forgot to mention that the bag cost 75 cents. The Candyland can, cause they mix it up with love and make the world taste good. No way they have it. Want to spray cranberry? Imported. Meal pan. Zoom, 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 zoom. Imported Gatorade. And Reese's peanut butter. So I found a Galway specific souvenir. An ashtray. I don't smoke, but I like how it looks. I could use that as like a shot glass slate. That's actually a good idea. What? You stopped eating because I'm watching you? Oh, he's so shy. My baby takes the evening train. I find your lack of sleep disturbing. I think it's really cool that I've had the opportunity to do all this stuff, because this was hardly planned out, but I think this trip is a successful one. Surprisingly, I did get some decent sleep last night. Once I got back from Galway, I crashed immediately. And now it's 8:59, so I slept almost on and off 10 hours. Uh-oh, shoes on a wire. Somebody's selling drugs. Spar. Irish Wawa. Made just for me? Aww. The news of a winter storm coming through home is playing on the radio right now. So this is a little bit more serious than other things that I've talked about here on this trip, but I didn't even realize that this week, 81 years ago, was the liberation of the Auschwitz concentration camp. I've always made it an obligation to myself to keep learning new things about the Holocaust, even though that period of time is now getting further and further away in history. I think it's still important to keep that memory alive, even though those who were involved, they're not with us anymore, and those who are still alive won't be for that much longer. So now that I just learned that information, I'm actually going to go visit the local Holocaust memorial. This is my favorite song. Quasimodo! Quasimodo! Où es-tu, Quasimodo? Assalamu alaikum. I didn't want to take any video in there just to be respectful of the staff. It was a really nice experience getting to take a look around the museum itself and then getting to talk with the volunteer that was there. I'm in no place to lecture anybody about what they should believe. I just like being curious myself about the experiences of other people who grew up differently to me. And I think it's really nice getting to connect with people. I think it really does suck that people want to see a more divided world. That really shouldn't be the case. I mean, we all live on the same planet, so we might as well try to get along with each other as best as we can. Hey look, it's Greenwich Village in New York City. So I actually went to another Spar location and I got myself a meal deal. So it comes with a sandwich, a fruit, and water. I'm gonna have myself a little picnic at Iva Gardens. I think there's some strange significance to having lunch here at this spot on my last full day here. Authentic Irish apple. I think I figured out why it's significant coming back over here. I didn't get to take my own selfie with this the other day because the water was turned off before I even had a chance to actually take my picture without my poncho on. But here we are today, on my last full day here. Definitely worth coming back over here. Anyway, here's Wonderwall. Today is gonna be the day, but they never throw it back to you. Hit Grafton Street again. I think it was nice that I came here again because it's not raining right now.
You may say I'm a dreamer.
Also, before I forget, I'm gonna get a Starbucks mug from here because I got the Belfast one, but I need to continue the collection. What I think is hilarious is most of the time when I'm ignored by people, I kind of take it personally, but being here, I've talked with so many people and they're so nice that when somebody doesn't talk to me, I'm like, whatever. Not my problem. Ni hao. Upside down, boy, you turn me inside out and round and round. Hey Ham, look, I'm Picasso. I don't get it. You uncultured swine. It's so funny coming across different Disneyland ads. Let me out. Let me out. I think it's about time for an early dinner. Don't you? This is the cutest little popcorn chicken box I've ever seen. I can taste the 11 herbs and spices. Ow. So KFC's here with their kids meals. They have these fruit roll-ups called yo-yos. This one came with a little trading card. Docile dodos. Let's try it out. I can't even roll it out. I'm just gonna take a bite out of it. Well, I'll just chew it. Scotland forever! Bye, Molly. So, even though that it's dark out, I'm gonna head over towards Phoenix Park, which is west of Smithfield, because it's one of the other places that I wanted to go to while I was here. And I don't think I'm gonna have enough time because I want to get to the airport as soon as I wake up tomorrow. So, we're gonna do that now. And this is turning into Belfast all over again. I got less than a kilometer to go until I reach Phoenix Park. But it kind of hurts to walk. But it's not as bad as it was there. This is the easternmost point of Phoenix Park. I think because it's dark now, the interior of the park is officially closed. But out here, they got a sign for Phoenix Park. It can be viewed from the sky. Why didn't you come earlier in the day, Justin? Because I didn't have the desire to. This is actually kind of nice, though. It reminds me of... We all know what this reminds me of. This really does remind me of Central Park. But I think the grounds here are just a tiny bit bigger. Oh, look at me. American tourist walking through an urban park at night. It smells like burnt popcorn here. Hey, Squidward, look at me. I'm walking through a park at night. We explored Dublin's Phoenix Park. Oh, yes, we did. Well, as the young people say, I'm now gonna go chillax, get a snack, and lay back. How's your boyfriend and meet me at the hotel? Headed to the airport now. I'm sure with all my Disney merch on me that people might think I'm a local who's flying to Disneyland Paris right now. One last trip to Insomnia before I head off. Last Insomniac coffee. Perfect. Something that I've never done before that they actually have here at the Dublin airport is U.S. Customs and Border Protection pre-clearance. So I get to go through customs here, and then once I land at home, I could just go up to America. The customs officer, she just looked like she did not want to be there. She was like, all right, you're good to go. Oh, look, it's the sheep from Temple Bar. Fenway Park size and Boston cream pies. Harvard grad goals and clam chowder bowls.
The moving walkway exit is approaching. Please, watch your step.